Okay, welcome everyone. This is the April 10th meeting of the Planning, Economic Development, and Land Use Committee. Committee members present, Derek Johnson, Ginny Farrell, Alfredo Ballerin, and myself, Kathy Fahey. Other council members who are here, Owusu Anani and President Pro Tem Richard Conti. We're here today to discuss Resolution 153119R, confirming the appointment of Jeff Sperry as a member and chair of the Albany Parking Authority. Welcome.
Thank you.
Maybe we can start just by talking a little bit about your service up to now on the Parking Authority and your interest in continuing and serving as chair.
I've been on the park, I think, of about 7 years. Kevin asked me to come in and act as vice chair, and which I've done. And I've been in real estate for 40 years in the city, and I've done some development. So I have a pretty good feel of economic development within the city and the suburbs. My family was in the development business before me. I'm the third generation. But I sold the company back in 1978 and went into the real estate business.
That's terrific.
Yeah.
So we'll go around with a few questions. Anybody would like to start at all? Any questions? Jenny?
I do not have any questions in general. I on a whole think that I appreciate especially the direction that the Parking Authority has had of kind of looking beyond the Parking Authority, and which I think is really incredible. And I appreciate your service on it. It's really important for us to get people who are willing to put the time in to serve on different boards in our city. So it's more of a thank you for being willing to serve.
Thank you. Oh, it's exciting times. I think Matt's done a wonderful job with his staff, because we've got a lot of new staff. And the door is open for us to do some economic development of our own now, the Parking Authority.
Okay, Alfredo, did you want? Okay. And I guess I was going to ask just how you're feeling about economic development in downtown Albany these days and how the Parking Authority fits in with what we're trying to accomplish.
The Parking Authority is here to serve the community, to make sure the economic development is done, to keep the people downtown, and people bring livelihood to the downtown area. We're at their service. We've just got to maintain what we have in parking lots and garages, and at the same time look for opportunities to expand, because parking right now in downtown Albany is tight.
I see.
It's going to be, if Liberty Park ever gets underway, there's going to be some issues of where all these displaced parkers are going to go.
Liberty Park? That's the first I've heard
It's
that.
the old convention center site.
Yes, I haven't heard that term though.
Yeah.
That's great.
So, and you know, it wouldn't be, you have the Quackenbush area hopefully going to get started or continue to get finished. And the city will have some balance, but we're the Parking Authority right now with our 3 garages is very concentrated. We've got to spread it out a little bit to on the going south to take
Near the
some of
convention center site?
yeah, just to take some pressure off Green Street and Riverview. And we don't know what else is going to happen. It seems residential has taken over. It's got a life of its own now, and more people are coming downtown. They're building more units,
Yeah.
and I like to see that. I've been born and raised in the city, so I remember.
So you remember it when?
I remember when it was very vibrant, and I remember the dark days too.
Okay, thank you. Anybody else?
Yeah, as far as downtown residential development and, people looking for parking, obviously, some of those units do have parking associated with them, but what's the arrangements that the authority might make with some of the developers as far as providing options for residential parking in those developments or conversions, et cetera?
When we started the conversion process about 3 to 4 years ago when they were started, we were in much better shape to take the residential parkers because we had excess capacity. But in that time period, the leasing up of space and the conversion of space into apartments and all the developers coming to the authority for deals, we found ourselves, one area is that the people that were renting, whether it was one car or 2 cars, they're 24-hour parkers.
Right.
They don't get,
They don't necessarily get it move around.
and it
Yeah.
takes up a lot of space. So we're looking at that very closely now. That's one of the reasons why we're thinking about a garage, because we're running out of space because of the residential units.
And a potential new garage might be someplace near the convention center or Capitol Center, whatever it's called.
I've talked to the mayor about, I think that it's time the city's going to have to mandate that if you're going to build a residential parking, whether it be down here or up in the Pine Hills area, you've got to give some parking on site. I don't know how they're going to do it, but you can't force all the parking to come to the parking authority. We just don't have the capacity.
Richard, sorry, you had asked just one other question. Right now, we do offer in our garages, subject to availability, slightly reduced rates for residential parkers as part of that earlier incentive.
Okay. You all
I
set?
also, we talk about the permanent parking system, and one of the areas is the Temporary Triangle area, which does feel pressure from some of the downtown, and with the Clinton Square redevelopment and some of the new hotels and things are going down, and apartments down that area, probably create more pressure. So ideally, it would be nice if we can get some more spaces and provide more residential permanent spaces within that area. That will help some of the residents. I don't know if it'll have any impact on development, but that's something we're ideally would like to try to do.
Alyssa, did you have anything?
Yeah. First of all, I just want to thank you for continuing to serve and volunteer for this position. I also just kind of echo what Jenny was saying about not just focusing on parking, but some of the initiatives that you guys have been doing, like the clothing drive. I thought that was pretty neat that you guys did. Also, some of the street art investments that are being made, and also just 21st century using some modern technology and the quick tools like the applications, the apps. My question is just more so, what has been like your proudest moment serving as chair?
Could you say that once more?
What has been your proudest moment while serving as chair?
I've been serving as vice chair.
Vice chair.
I think the proudest moment is to bring the parking authority into the next century and being able to have 24/7 parking without worrying about the labor to maintain it. Cashiers and even crime. I think we have one of the best camera systems in the city. All the garages now are all automatic. And
LED lights too, right?
pardon me?
LED lights, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And we're doing, besides the art, we've started a program of greening up all the garages around it, landscaping, that kind of thing, and to make it inviting for somebody. And the LEDs in the garage and outside the garage and the cameras have helped with the crime issues. Those are the things that I think I'm proud of, because I use the garage all the time, and because I'm in and out of downtown all the time. And I feel very safe after having dinner with my wife at some restaurant, walking over to a garage.
Thank you.
It's important. Derek, did I miss you?
I stepped out to
Okay.
answer the chief's call, but I'd just like to say that using the parking machine seems to be a lot more easier. So great job on that, and thank you for serving our community.
Thank you. Our goal, I think this, one of our goals this year is to replace some meters that we have that are sort of aged and make them easier for everybody to use.
Terrific. Matt, did you have any comments at all?
No, I mean, obviously, you know, I serve under the board, and Jeff has been fantastic as a vice chair and has stepped up since Kevin resigned. But, you know, so unless there's questions for me.
Sure.
I think everyone's very appreciative for the time that you put in and all the time you want to continue to put in. I'm challenging everybody. I'm challenging council, I'm challenging developers, I'm challenging, you know, the parking authority. A lot of development is coming to my neighborhood, and that's great because we need some new life. On Quell Street, on Washington Avenue, mainly because SUNY Albany is going to be bringing in 1,600 students and staff in this new engineering building. That's going to be great for our neighborhoods, great for our city. But it's also creating a lot of fear among some of my most long-term residents who are seniors and who have lived in this neighborhood and lived in this community for years. And their fear is that once all these developments comes, they're not going to have any place to be able to park and be able to enjoy their home. So it's a challenge that I'm giving to everybody, because I think it's all about responsibility. It's not just yours, it's not just ours, it's not just developers. It's all about responsibility to find ways that once we bring in new development, we bring in new energy, to deal with these issues, because like you said, you know, it may seem like a tedious issue to some about parking, but it's really not. When you want to come home after a long day, or when you want to or you want to be able to feel like you can go to the store and not feel like you're held hostage, because if you leave, you're going to lose your spot, and you're not going to be able to find parking anywhere near. So I want to encourage and challenge the parking authority to find creative ways of how we can help ease that burden in our community.
Okay. We'll take it up in discussions.
Thank you.
It's at first glance, because I went to Milne, which was here long before you were, and so I know the campus well, and there isn't any parking there. There really isn't. And we can't resurrect land out of Washington Park for parking.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to have to be either something's going to have to get demolished along Washington Avenue, or the state's got to supply some parking, because it's right on the state campus. That's the first issue to look at. I don't know how much parking they have, but there are some lots.
Surface lots. There's surface lots.
We refurbished all the lots on Washington and Central. Those have all been cleaned up, and
They look great, and I appreciate it, and I do. I know that the parking authority, there's financial restraints to be able to build up, and I know that for SUNY, there's financial restraints to be able to build up. So I'm always about how can we use and maximize our resources and find, maybe unfortunately, there's still a lot of empty lots in this area, on West Street, on South Lake, and how can we partner whatever resources we have to maximize the space and the areas we can to make it a little bit more.
we'll definitely take a look at it.
I appreciate it.
Okay, well, any other comments?
No.
All right, very good. Jenny?
Make a motion to accept, or we would love Jeff Sperry to be a member of the Chair of the Parking Authority.
Okay, second for Derek. Thank you. All in favor? Aye. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Great to see you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Alfredo, do you have any ideas